The man emptied his entire savings just to buy a piece of land. According to the seller's terms, he had to pay the remaining $1.5 million within 1 month. Otherwise, the deposit would not be refunded. The man signed the contract without hesitation. But right after the deal was signed, his driver was robbed.
Hey!
2 gunmen stormed into the cab. They beat the driver badly and dumped him on the roadside. Then they drove off with the fuel tanker. The man rushed to the hospital immediately. After comforting the driver, he was called outside by his furious wife. This was not the first time they had been robbed. His wife wanted her father to step in. Her father was a powerful local mob boss, but the man refused. He had taken over his father-in-law's oil business. Yet he had always operated legally. He never crossed the line or broke the law. His goal was to cut all ties with the criminal underworld. Even though the tankers kept getting hijacked, he refused to cross any legal boundaries. He believed the problem had to be solved through the law. When the police notified him that the tanker had been found, it was just like before. All the fuel inside had been siphoned off.
Well, you just said you've done what you needed to do. So, what is it that you've done?
I'm not exactly sure. I just got here at 4. My shift's actually up, so...
So you've done nothing?
The man went to see the prosecutor. He hoped the prosecutor would push the police to deal with the robberies, but the prosecutor said there was nothing he could do. The city had been in chaos for years. He also told the man that he intended to file a lawsuit against him. The prosecutor had been investigating the man's company. Because of his father-in-law's criminal background, the prosecutor believed the man was involved in illegal activities as well. The man felt completely helpless. He left in anger. That night, he ran into a bald rival. The land he had purchased was located in the rival's territory. Fearing that the man would threaten his business, the rival openly threatened him.
It's a tough market.
It is.
My father struggled for years before he broke in there.
The woman just got home. She found her daughter playing with a handgun. The gun was pointed at herself.
Catherine! Katie! Where did you get this?
Her daughter said she found the gun under the bushes. This was the same spot where her husband caught a thief last night. She went to his company to confront the husband who had comforted her the night before.
It's a fucking gun. Look, it's loaded, with the safety off. It wasn't some kid looking to take our TV. It was a fucking goon with a loaded gun looking in our window.
The wife was very worried about the man's safety. It was clearly a threat from a competitor. She told him that if he couldn't handle it, she would inform her father, a mafia boss. Her father would handle it in a mafia way. This was the last thing the man wanted. He quickly got up to calm his wife.
Don't do this.
After settling his wife, he was informed by a lawyer that the prosecutor had filed charges against him. There were 14 counts in total. The man immediately had his wife review the company books. They needed to make sure there were no mistakes. Soon after, the head of the drivers' union came to see him. As the union leader, he had to protect all the drivers' rights. But the man's fuel trucks were often being robbed. The driver's safety had become the biggest concern. The union leader demanded that the man provide a handgun to each driver. The man refused because it was illegal. Unable to persuade him, the union leader turned to the lawyer for help. Unexpectedly, the lawyer agreed. Another fuel truck had just been stolen. The lawyer explained the seriousness of the situation to the man.
This shit is having a significant financial effect on this company. It can't continue.
But no matter how much the lawyer persuaded him, the man still refused. Chinese laborers sailed overseas to work in the United States. The moment they landed, they were cursed at by white men. Immigration officers treated them with open discrimination.
Understand how the little shits can't even stand to be around themselves. Hey, Ching Chong, you smell yourself?
Poor people from the Qing dynasty did not understand English.
Don't walk away when I'm talking to you, Ching Chong.
Chinese workers had already been starving for days. Even after being beaten, they still had to crawl around picking up rice.
Shit, he's gonna eat it off the dirt.
At that point, a fellow countryman could no longer stand it.
What's with this one? You sticking up for your little buddy over there?
The white men assumed he did not understand English either. Instead,
You don't understand shit.
Yeah, well, you better learn it fast. Because if you don't answer me now, he's gonna bleed all over that fancy shirt of his.
they were met with nothing but a cold eye roll from the man. The immigration officer grew angry again.
I wouldn't do that again if I were you.
Fucking slank and talk American.
He had his subordinates tell the man to say a few more words.
I didn't travel halfway across the world in that damn boat just to amuse a few fat white fucks. I said something.
You think because you speak American, you can talk shit to me?
Well, you have to admit it helps.
Humiliated and furious, the officer decided to teach him a lesson.
You think you can take me on?
That's the wrong question.
Oh yeah? What's the right one?
The right question is, do you really want to find out?
The man came to the United States to find his sister, but the moment he arrived, he was humiliated by an immigration officer. Not long after, a labor boss sold him to a gang. Still, this was better than breaking his back as a laborer. Chinatown was in chaos, with gangs fighting non-stop. They were desperate for new blood. Lord Zun, the head of the Hop Wai Tong, decided to keep the man. But first, Lord Zun wanted to give him a warning.
Assam, did I just get off a boat?
Excuse me?
I asked if I was the one that just crossed the salt on a fucking boat.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. What I am is the boss of the most powerful Tong in Chinatown. What you are is 1 in 25,000 broke Chinese fucking nationals I just bought for the price of a shitty bottle of wine. I tell you this at the risk of stating the obvious to remind you that you are a fucking onion. And before a fucking onion turns away from me, you better fucking bow.
Defiance filled the man's eyes. Yet with his mission unfinished, he swallowed his anger. Young Master Zun, the gang leader's son, took a liking to him. He arranged a room for the man to stay in. Inside the room, the man took out a photo of his sister. It was the only reason he endured all the humiliation here. 2 years earlier, he had killed a warlord's son. To save him, his sister married the warlord, but the warlord was a pervert. Unable to endure the abuse, she fled to the United States. The next day, young Master Zun took him to Chun Man House in Chinatown to have some fun. The owner immediately lined up a row of girls for them to choose from, but the man had no interest in any of it. He asked directly about his secret. The owner claimed to know every girl in Chinatown, yet she had never heard of Xiaojing. One of the girls present, however, seemed to know something. Just as young Master Zun was enjoying himself, a group of men dragged him away. The owner rushed out to stop them. They thought young Master Zun was looking for that girl, Xiaojing.
No. That was me.
But the man was looking for his sister.
Then I guess you're coming with us.
A woman lifts her skirt in the middle of the street. She draws a large crowd of onlookers. Among them is a young black man watching closely. A passing midwife tells everyone to step back. The more she warns them, the more curious they become. The black man's companion remarks on how strange London is. That comment makes him realize something feels off. There is not a single bead of sweat on the woman's face. Meanwhile, pickpockets around them keep scoring easy wins. His companion notices something odd too, but the man tells him not to cause trouble.
Can one of you gentlemen find a carriage and get her to St. Bartholomew's?
It's all right, Mum. I found a copper. He said he'd take care of her.
Several women suddenly drop the act. Curious, the man follows them. After a few steps, he spots props left on the ground. When he looks up again, the pregnant woman is walking fast. The thieves have already blended back into the crowd as ordinary passers-by. This is London, England, in the year 1880. 2 young black men cross the Atlantic to find work. Although slavery was abolished in Britain 50 years earlier, black people still live on the margins of society. The man approaches a police officer on the street to ask for directions. A local zoo wants them to help train African lions, after learning it is located in the eastern slums. They also ask if there is an inn nearby.
How much money you got?
5 shilling meals.
5 shilling. Then you really are heading east.
How far east is it?
You keep heading east until you get to where you can barely breathe the air. Where the sun don't shine and the birds don't sing. When you get there, you may find a hotel